I'm live already. Get it. I'm already live. Hi, Olufunke. Good evening. Good evening. So please tell others to join in. Hello. Okay, good evening, everyone. If you can hear me, could you just type a 5 so I could know you with me? Am I still live? Is anyone here? Am I still live? Is anyone here? Sorry. Can we get more of us to join in? Hi, Mojirayo. Pleased to meet you. If you are here, please, can you kindly go to your groups or your friends, tell them to join in. We have a very beautiful time. Hi, great to see you. I love the energy behind your hi. Okay, so let's wait a bit for more people to join in. Good evening, Mr. Shego. Thank you, Ekom. Please, let everyone know we're here. We've started. Yes, hi, Ekom. I can see you. Thank you. Kindly share with all the groups that we are beginning now. Let's just give a few more minutes to some other people to join us. I love the energy already. Yes, Sada. Thank you. Good to see you. Let's loud it. Go to our groups. Let's let everyone know that we are live. Hi, Taiwo. Chicago. Great to see you. Happy New Year in the month of February. Our guest is already here, by the way, and we don't want to keep her waiting. So please, let everyone know that we are live already so we can go on as soon as possible. In the next maximum 5 minutes, I believe we should begin because there's quite a lot to cover. And the earlier we start, the better for every one of us. I'm excited already at what we're about to discuss. Thank you. We should talk later after this meeting, Taiwo. I see you making some boss moves. Hi, Alero. Good evening. And I'm waving at you. Let's have more people join us before we begin. So in exactly 4 minutes, we'll kick off. so we can finish real quick and get to other things. We know that some people have to work tomorrow. Some people have to get out of the house early, so we don't keep people waiting. So how's your Sunday been? Before we begin, how many of you have enjoyed your Sunday? I had a great time. Today is my daughter's birthday. I had to take time out to do this for the love for all things good and the interest to see that each one of us prospers and increase in all the endeavors that we've been called to do. So we're counting down. In 3 minutes we'll begin. People know, we all know that this is happening and we've been on this for a while. So in exactly 3 minutes we'll kick off so we can get on to other things. Meanwhile, can we just type in where we're all joining in from? I know some of us are in Lagos, some of us are outside Lagos, some of us are in Nigeria. Just let's interact. Where are you joining in from? Abuja, Kaduna, Imo, Abia, London, wherever you are. The US, we have members in the Brotherly Street Network spread across various locations. So I do understand that even though it's 7 p.m. our time, quite good. Funke, great to see you. Port Harcourt, thank you. So we're spreading. You see, money is not restricted to only one place. There's, everywhere in the world. Money is an important tool, and the access to it, the knowledge and the access to it is important. So we have Port Harcourt. I know we have some people here in Lagos. Where else? Let's keep the locations coming in. In 2 minutes, we'll begin. So let's hear where you're coming from, where you're joining in from. And I'll be inviting our guest. She's already here, by the way. So I would add her to the call. If you hear this lady's bio, hey, some people will say, hey, baby, she's solid. I think there is no better person to do justice to this subject. Like, awesome. Proceed Fruits, thank you. Lagos, thank you. It's like I was saying, there's no better person to do justice to this topic than our guests. What loans can do for you as an SME. Quite a number of us, I know, are scared or were loan adverse, but I believe that after this session, our mindsets, if you attended the previous 2 editions, it was mind-blowing. Awesome, Taiwo. Vetri Cargo says Lagos. So we have Lagos. Where are the Port Harcourt people? Awesome, Lagos, Northern Lagos. Great. So we have a lot of Lagos. So those of you in Port Harcourt and Kaduna and Abuja, you better start telling your people to join. Let's not allow Lagos people do you dirty. Okay, so I'll be adding our guest on the call right now while I get ready to read her biography. There's still time. You can still ask a few more people. Hi, Sayon. Great to see you. We've been looking out for you. Okay, so hold on a minute. I would like us to see this, our guest, while I'm reading her biography. Amen. All right, so I'm adding her right to the call right now. Okay, just hold on a bit. Mojirayo, I've invited you. So I'm waiting for your invite to go through. So while she's joining me, I've sent a request. Awesome, she's connecting. Hey, I'm excited already. Good to see you. Right, let's get right onto it. Hi, good to see you. Hi. Okay. So, Mojirayo Folarin-Lawal is an SME product development manager with over 10 years experience in customer service, consumer and commercial banking relationship management, credit analysis and writing, financial analysis, product development. Let me pause. What is it? Financial credit. Oh, you just want to bust somebody's head with all these money things. What does that tell you already? This lady is fire. Everything, if I ask for everything money today, we know that we're going to hear from her. So, and she has a track record of developing and implementing strategies and products propositions. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, someone says my network. I'm getting a message that my network is funky.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. So she has a track record developing and implementing strategies and products propositions that support the business objectives. She's self-driven, a team player with experience in preferring solutions for commercial businesses, SMEs, and women-focused businesses. Already I'm clapping. Hey, ranging from portfolio management, excellent customer service delivery, relationship management, and many more. Ladies, with a virtual hug, let's make welcome our guest, Mojirayo Folarin-Lawal. Pleased to meet you.
Yes, and you too. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me today. Thank you.
Awesome. Wow. See the virtual claps and welcome on the chat. Ew, I'm so glad. So we're going to dive right into it. I mean, when I read your bio, I was amazed. I'm like, okay. And I think for me, the particular thing that piqued my interest was SMEs and women-focused businesses. And that's what BTN, the Borderless Trade Network, stands to do, right? Where even though we have men among our network, but it's primarily focused towards women because there's been too much bias, so to speak, in the women's space. It looks as though women's businesses don't thrive beyond borders. They don't thrive beyond the ordinary go-to-market, sell small, make some change. And, so for us to even have someone like you with this with this level of experience, I think it's something worth the while. I want to thank you very much on behalf of the BTN team for agreeing to do this. So we dive right into it. The first question I would ask is, why do banks reject loan applications? I mean, that's if you ask 10 out of, let's say 6, if you ask 10 women, 5 or 6 of them will say they're not interested, that there's too much rejections of bank loans. Why does that happen? Let's even get to the heart of the matter.
Okay. Once again, thank you very much for having me, everyone. So, obviously, there are a lot of reasons why banks reject loans, and I know there's a look out there that I don't want to go to a bank. I don't want them to reject my loan. I don't want them to reject my support for my business. I don't want to feel bad about this. There are quite a lot of number of reasons, and I really don't think any bank is in the business to just reject loans because obviously we're out to make money. Banks are about taking deposits and giving loans. Also, we can make money at the bank by giving out this loans, and when we don't give out this loan, we don't make money. So we're not there just to reject you. But obviously, there are a lot of reasons why why banks reject loans. So I'm sure everybody know about the 4 C's. I think it's more than that, but the key ones are the 5 C's, where we talk about capacity, we talk about character, we talk about collateral, we talk about condition, and we talk about there's another 5th one, but I'm sure I remember another line.
Please go over it again for those who didn't hear you. You said capacity, character,
capacity, collateral.
Condition. That's the part we don't want to hear.
Yes, we'll get to that. And you need to understand that they are in banks, their loans, they're both secured and unsecured loans. People need to understand that every type of loan that you want that needs or deserves the collateral. And we need to understand that CBN does not even support clean lending in Nigeria. Something has to back it up. So even if it's not tangible collateral, you need to understand that there's something called tangible collateral and intangible collateral. So when bank says collateral, it doesn't mean we're telling you to go and bring your mother's house or your father's house or something. It could be anything. And I'm sure we're going to talk that when we talk about the different types of instruments that SMEs can have access to. So we'll pick up those. So when we talk about credit, one thing that will make a bank, the first thing we do as a bank is to check your credit history. If that is off, whether your business is the most viable business, whether your business is going to give us 1 billion naira, as long as you have bad credit, I'm sorry, that's it. So that's number one. And people need to understand that even your credit card is attached to your credit history. So you see people say, oh, I don't have any loan with any bank. but I have a credit card and you're already defaulting on your credit card. It's just as much as you collected the loan, because the credit card is like an overdraft. You have access to your drawing out of your zero balance. You're drawing more money from what you have. So that's number one why we change. Now, lack of purpose. So you see a lot of SMEs where they just come and say, oh, I want a loan. Then you ask them, what do you need that loan for? Then you see them scratching their head. You see them saying, I just want to expand my business. I just think my business has gotten to that stage where I want to move into the next level. But you need to also understand that at times, your business has not gotten to that level. So what's the purpose? What do you need that loan for? So say you're a contractor. You just, I just want you to give me money to run. No, it's possible it's not the cash you need. You just need to support your business through invoice discounting, contract financing. It's not the cash we are giving you, You just need to understand what the purpose of that loan that you want is. So when your business lacks purpose, when your business is probably still a startup and you're already looking at going through to the next stage of expansion when your business is not yet there, I'm sorry, we're going to reject it, because obviously as a bank, we're going to also look at your business analysis, look at your cash flow, we're going to look at your financial statement, we're going to look at your balance sheet, your income statement. We're going to take all that into cognizance before we give you a loan. And I know it's not all banks that request for all these audited financials and all for SMEs, but at times we look at the other, even if we won't ask for audited financials, we ask for your cash flow analysis. So when you don't have that in place, why are you asking for money? Now, lack of repayment source. In as much as you want to give a loan, I'm sorry, I don't think any bank is a charity. You want to know where that money is coming from. You want to know where the repayment is coming from. You want to know how we're going to get our money back. Because really, we're giving you your own money. We're giving you your friend's money. We're giving your mommy's money that's been kept with us. We're giving your father's money that's been kept with us. So if anybody comes to the bank and say, I want to withdraw money, and they don't have access to the deposit, how do we pay them? So when the loans go back, those are the things we look at. So how are you going to pay us back? Okay, I'm expecting money from I've done a contract for Shell. I'm expecting money from them. Okay, I just need 80% support. That's invoice discount. We'll give you the money. We'll credit them when your business is done. When they pay you back, we take our money. You're not stressed to go and look for financing from elsewhere. The bank has supported you. So those are things we look at. We look at capacity. If your business is not capable of carrying that kind of loan, you're still doing a turnover of 2-3 million, then you now ask us for 20 million or 30 million because you see the prospects in that business, you see the gold shining in the business. But as a bank, we're not looking at just that. We look at your history, your financial history, we look at your cash projections, we look at all of that. We look at all those, look at your operational activities, we look at your investing activities, we look at your financing activities, all in your cash. We don't just say that, oh, this person is doing well now, because at times it's just turnover. You can see your turnover, and I'm sure a lot of people understand when I say you do your turnover in a month, and I say, I did a turnover of 50 million. But excuse me, those are credit and debit. In as much as we look at that, but what is your cash flow in that business? What is your cash? What is the profit? What is the revenue you've made? What are your expenses in all those your 50 million that you are saved? It's not, we just don't want to do it. So collateral, now when we talk about collateral, I know this is a real constraint for SMEs. But like I said, there's a part of lack of knowledge. I can tell you that there are a lot of financing instruments in the bank, financing capacity, funding capacities that you can have access to in the bank that does not need tangible collateral. And I'll give you an example. Yes. So you say, there's an example, merchant advance, where you have a business, and you have your POS from the bank, and your collections come to the bank. What collections means is that you use your POS with us, and your money comes to us. So in as much as that is something we're proud of you, we want to support you because the money is not going out. So we give you funding based on the turnover of that collection. So say you do collections of 10 million, you have up to 60-70% of that amount with us. For a 30, it depends. It could be an OD, mostly they are ODs, short-term loans. You use it, you return it, you probably might never pay so much interest. Those are things that we need to understand. It's not our joy to just reject you. We are in the business to make money. So those are some of the reasons why banks reject loans. And most importantly is knowing your business, because a lot of times you see SMEs say, I just want to loan. At times it's not the cash you need. Most times not even the cash you need. Or you just need to tell us that, oh, I've done this business with this person. In fact, okay, don't worry, we'll pay your contractor, we'll pay your principal, And when you do the business, we know that there's going to be a domiciliation of proceeds because, and we know we get our money. They charge you something late because it's a short-term loan, and you're good. You're happy. I know it doesn't apply to most cases, but like I said, it's a case-by-case basis. For every business, there's a product design. And when you say I've been in products, yes, there's a product design for every business, every sector, every segment. For agri, the agri financing. For distributors, there's distributor financing. For shop, there's something called shop owner financing. There's something called inventory financing. So you need to understand that we're not in a business to just reject. There's a lot that you can tap into. You just need to look at the bigger picture and be ready and very prepared. Your documentation, yes, that's another thing. Your documentation has to be on top. We have to see that there's turnover. A lot of people do business with their personal name and they expect us to give them facility based on that. At times that's possible if you're sole proprietor, but you need to understand that if it's a limited liability, we're a separate entity from that business. So we're going to judge you based on what you do on that business. So those are some of the reasons why we reject those businesses.
Wow, that's really interesting. In fact, if this is the only thing we've heard today, I think we can close and go home. Actually, but it's true. You see, the thing is, like you said, lack of access to information. Many of the times we just hear that collateral, so I beg, I'm not even doing. So we just stay away. But I mean, with this right information, we understand that it goes beyond just my business is viable. And I think I've got to understand again that the bank will not just give you money because say it's time to expand. That I want to expand is not enough reason, right, for the bank to give me a loan, going by what you have said. Another thing that I picked for right now is that there's a product designed for every sector. Every business has a product design. I mean, that is very key. That's a very key takeaway from this discourse. Thank you so much. So this kind of flows into the next question I'll be asking. Please, our audience, put your questions down. Oh, she's here to answer us, and I mean, she knows her game. She knows her onion. So I believe that she's going to do justice to everything we'll be asking today. Right. So what are the common mistakes that you've seen women entrepreneurs make when they're applying for loans? So we're speaking not just based on what you have heard or what you probably what you learned, but what you have seen and experienced firsthand. We're talking women, and what are the common mistakes? I mean, you've mentioned a few people doing business in their own names. Of course, that's a no-no. And thank God for the women in BTN, we are trained from the get-go that you cannot build a viable business with just your personal name. So that's even off limits for us. So what are the common mistakes? Apart from that, what are the common mistakes that you've seen women entrepreneurs make when they're applying for loans?
Okay, so like we already discussed, I know I did gender banking for about a year, so and I know pretty much what I've seen about women owned businesses. That I think I was talking to somebody about how we hardly have local corporates. And when I talk about local corporate, these are businesses that do large volume. They are not like the Nigerian breweries or that, but they're like the small businesses that are probably been up to 500 million, And I was telling the person how we hardly have women in the local corporate space. I was just saying, it's so sad. It's really sad that we don't have women in that space. Women are we call ourselves SMEs. But one of the issue or one of the common mistakes women make is that, first off, is lack of confidence. And I tell you that a lot of research has shown that female-owned businesses really do not want to apply for credit loans to grow their business. And I need to put it out here that at times, or most times, your businesses need this support, this financial support. Your businesses need this to grow. It could be funding from family, friends, angel investors, venture capital. It could be loans, but you need to understand that your business, they do need that support. I'm going to say something that I heard today in church. I was going to say at the end, and I think I should put it out there. And it was amazing how that thing came today. I don't know if anybody attend Avestas here. And Pastor Dio said something. Said there's a limit your business can go without having a bank. Now,
did you say bank?
No. Yes.
Bank.
Without having a bank. There's a limit your business can go because nobody would come and give you loan based on the money you keep under your bed or in your polo or in your esutu Nobody. No, even grants. I'm sure you people have access to grants. Nobody will give you any grants without you showing your audited financials, your cash flow, or you showing that there's a bank, you keep your money somewhere. There's a track record of what you do. So that's number one, lack of confidence. A lot of times, women are risk averse. Women, take loan. I don't want loan, no. At times, you do need that loan to support your business. So you need to be willing to take those chances and say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to get to this stage. It's just about projections. When a business gets to this, I'm going to ask for this amount, I'm going to scale, I'm going to go. Because your business goes through from startup to growth to mature, you know. You look at what stage you are in, what your needs are. Another is lack of managerial structure. Women businesses, I'm sorry, we're in this together, but there's no track record. I'm sorry, there's no track record. I know I was talking to some women entrepreneurs one time, and a lot of them were talking about how they're the same person doing the package, and also they're trying to cut costs, but you need to put structure in place. You know, research has shown that a lot of businesses fail SMEs so between 1 to 2 years. You need to understand that's why a bank will not give a startup loan, because you have to show evidence, track records that your business has been in existence for a minimum of 36 months. But also, so like I said, their product is designed to support women. But that's why the bank now says, okay, for women, we'll reduce it to 24 months. But it depends on the bank. They reduce it to 24 months just to support you. Unlike other items that say your business has to be. But that's where track record is. Some people do not have any form of structure. And when you don't, when there's no succession plan, your business is not like it's a failure. So what if you collect the loan and you collect an asset finance that is for 4 to 5 years, and you and the person as a sole proprietor dies? You know, those are things we need to
exactly. Very clear.
Even though it's a one-man business, put structures in place. Put this person that is your second in command when you're not around. Don't let it be that for anything to go through, for anything to happen, it has to be Mojirayo Folarin-Lawal. No, they are not in a business. Let's say you're selling pure water. Let's just say that you're just selling something. You're not ready to take your business to that next level. Now, another mistake women make is lack of, I said, records, no financial statement, no cash flow analysis, nothing. They just, or when they want someone to pay them, pay it to my personal account, it doesn't matter. Or even when they even pay it to that personal account, you don't ask for them to narrate it properly. Narration is very key. You think that banks don't look at those things, but they do. So even if you're saying I want to come and collect loan as Mojirayo Folarin-Lawal and I have Mojirayo Enterprise, the bank will look at both, because I'm also Mojirayo Enterprise because it's a sole proprietorship business. Yeah. But narration is taken into cognizance. So if they see it now and they see someone paid 3 million into my account, but there's no narration to say, oh, payment for goods this days, the bank is going to discount it. If you say, oh, my customer paid me for this now, you should pay. I'm not my credit. No, I'm not going to take it. What's the proof? Because person has just probably said money for chewing gum, or person just sent it and nothing. In as much as we even disagree to you using your personal name, I know sometimes it happens. But those are things we look at. Now, another common mistake, lack of, a lot of women don't believe in registering their business. I'm glad you mentioned it, that here in Borderless, you train women to understand the importance of registering your business. A lot of, like I said, it just came to the personal account, no registration, nothing, no separating your personal business from your business transaction. You know, taking the wrong kind of financing. So if you're a business and you need 3 million naira, at times what you need is just a short-term loan, or you want to buy a car and a bus for your business, and the cost is 10 million naira. Obviously, you can afford it, complete the loan, but you don't know that there's a case of something called asset financing. What you should ask for at that point is asset financing, So it gives you a long time, it takes the pressure off you. You do 4 to 5 years to long-term loan, but you say, I just want a loan, and they just give you the 10 million and you're under pressure to pay that loan for 1 year. When you could have requested for an asset finance, make your equity contribution, the bank pays the rest, and it takes you 4 to 5 years to pay. And the pressure is off your business and your business is growing. So those are kind of mistakes, women. You need to know your business. You need to understand your business enough to know what to ask from the bank. You just don't work and say, I want a loan. No, in this age and stage, there's too much information out there, and with what we're doing to not know what to ask for from your bank. There's nothing called I just want a loan. Yes, they are secured and unsecured, but you being able to talk to your business, because at times you can go inside the bank and the person you will meet to be an unexperienced person that is not so experienced, and they're just telling you, okay, take the loan. But you as a person, by the time you know what you want, I'm into trade financing. So what should be asking for is trade financing. How the bank can open LCs for you. It's not, things to support your business, how to give you, or you want to pay for your business from air. You're not just looking for how to just send money to China where you can be scammed. When your bank is there, to be the corresponding bank between you and your seller for your business. There's a lot. There's a lot.
You said something that is very key. Asset financing. So let's say, for instance, I make clothes. I make probably adire or I make things from fabric, right? And not everything there are some machines I would need. So you're saying, if I get it correctly, I don't need to go and take the regular loan or say, okay, 5 million or 10 million. I can just identify and enumerate the number of equipment I need to buy, machines, weaving machines, and they just finance purchase of those. Wow. Women, can we hear? Wow, this is mind blowing. I mean, I said to someone that the people that are growing up now, they are at an advantage. I said that because the kind of access to information that is available now, 10 years ago, it wasn't there. It wasn't there at all. There's a lot of information. I think one of the things that we are, let me speak for women now, where I think we're a bit lazy to dig, or we just don't know where to go to find the information. Thank you so much for that clarification. Yes.
The bank would even finance a phone for you.
A phone.
I'm telling you, you just need to show that you have capacity to pay for this. All you have to do is just make your equity contribution, and 20%, some banks 30, depends on the bank. So if you want to buy something of 10, we need also you to also put your own blood in that thing that's supporting you. It's just it's limitless, really. The opportunities with banking and access to funding, women taking charge, it's limitless.
And this will fall into the non-tangible collateral, now, if I'm right. If I marry the two together. Aha.
Right. Yes. There's another one, shop owners, whereby it's your shop that is the collateral. So if you're in a structured business like a Ladipo market and you're selling something, your shop is going to be the collateral. Your shop cannot run away now. Yeah, there's an association guiding that. So the bank will support you based on that. You have that shop there. Even if it's not yours, as long as you can show the tenancy agreement for a particular period of time, that's enough collateral. You cannot ask for other supporting laterals, don't get me wrong. So the supporting collateral at that point will not even be tangible. So it can be like your stock application saying that the stocks in your business is what we're also going to use to support that. The opportunities are limitless. You just need to know and have information.
I'm sure many of us are feeling like, I better let money just come. Let's just go to the bank and I'll be talking to you. Thank you. Okay, so please, if you have questions, just write them down. We'll take them when we're done. Maybe in about 20 minutes or 10 minutes or less, we'll be done. So can you just share with us what you will call your top 5 loan application preparedness guidelines? What do you think would guide our preparedness when we want to apply for a loan? At least, I mean, your first 5 that will come to mind. You've given us the mistakes. So what do we need to prepare ourselves for?
Okay, I'd say number 1, clean credit. Be prepared. Be clean.
When you say clean credit, what do you mean?
Make sure you do not have a bad credit history, because that's the first check. If you do, we're not talking to you again when the credit is bad. We'll tell you to go and clean it up and come back to us. And I think even after you clean up, it doesn't show on the credit bureau immediately. For those that know the credit bureau, you know how Nigerian matter is now. If you clean it up today, it doesn't mean that it will reflect in the next 2 weeks for you to know whether you can have access to them. So that's why it's important that at every point in time, please let your credit history be clean. It's very important. And I re-emphasize on the importance of making your credit card clean. So like I said, your credit card still falls under your DSR. And when I say DSR, that's your debt service ratio. So there's something called that, where you have access to about 3.3 of your total net worth, of your total turnover, that calculation gets into that. So your credit card is also involved in that. So please, number one, for you to be prepared, your credit history has to be clean. If you've collected money from Lagbaja Bank and you think you want to come and collect it from Tamedu Bank, I'm sorry, Tamedu Bank will go back to ask Lagbaja Bank why you're reflecting bad credit, and they won't give you access to that loan. Number two, character, which is very related to your credit history. If you do not show character, even as a bank, even while you're in your business, and I think that's why I'll talk about the fact that times what you don't need is even financing from bank. There's something called your supplier financing, whereby your supplier can give you a credit line, with your cash conversion cycle, whereby, let's say I'm selling printing and I'm getting it from which FMCG? Okay, let's say OK Biscuit, and I'm getting it from one biscuit firm. So what they do is that they give me a line to say, take the go and sell. When you sell, you bring back the money. Your money is not they've supported your business. So that's why I talk about character. You need to understand that aside from banking opportunities, women, your funding options are they're huge. They are grants, they are loans. Don't only focus on banks. And I'm saying this not because I'm a banker, obviously I want you to come and collect money from us so they can pay my salary. But I always tell women that the first option is not access to financing. There's family and friends, there's angel investors, there's venture capital. There are different opportunities. There are grants that support female businesses. So back to what you said, your cash flow history. You must show that your cash projections, your operating activities, the money made from your daily activities, your financial activities, money made from buying of your assets, that comes back to business. That's your investing activities. Then your financing activities, the issuing of equity, whether you're bringing someone to share ownership within your business. Your cash flow has to be very ready for it to run. So I know then in my former bank, when they're asking for documents, they'll ask you for your cash flow projections, they'll ask you for your audited financials. A lot of SMEs do not believe in having financial statements. They do not believe in being audited. You'll be surprised how even the cost of that auditing, that's what's making you say, by the time you do it, you see how your business is. When they say they clear the fog from your eyes, you see a bigger picture of what your business is doing. Sure. You're making a profit, what your revenue is, where there's a need to even collect loan from your suppliers, your debtors. You see a full picture of your business. So those are things you should put in place. Those are structures you should put in place. Now, collateral availability to secure this loan. Yes, you can never be too prepared with collateral. So there are three types of collateral. There's the land, there's the equipment, and there's stock. I know with land, there's a lot of issue with titles. And I know for women entrepreneurs, a lot of time there's either the issue of your own name, or women not even having a property in their own name, it's either for their dad or their husband, or by the time you even buy it yourself to put your children's name, there's a lot of issue around that. And I know that collateral is a big one. But like I said, when you know your business, you come prepared to the bank. So you see that you're not asking for secured loans. You're not asking for secured loans with tangible collateral. Because like I said, the options of your intangible collateral in the bank, I can tell you 5 products sitting here about that does not need you to drop collateral. What am I saying? I can tell you 10.
Wow.
That you don't need to drop your father's house or your husband's house or your own property. Because really, don't even take a while. They take a while for you to perfect one.
Yes, I know.
Don't want that because there's a lot of back and forth with perfecting it, So really, so like I said, the 5, your credit history, your character in your business, your cash flow, your collateral, your documentation for startup. You should have your financial statement, your income statement, your balance sheet, your edited financials. Don't say because I'm a small business, I don't need to know this. You'll be surprised that you're losing money when you even think you're making money. You need those things in place to reach.
In place. Okay, before we proceed to the next question, that I want us to talk about. So something occurred to me, and someone asked the question that what if I haven't borrowed money at all, or for my credit card, there's no issue. I mean, does that qualify to having a clean credit? And then another
Yes,
thing
yes.
that comes to mind, okay, so I know that I had an experience some time ago where I know someone who was banking, had an account in the bank, and she didn't understand that it was a particular kind of product that required deductions on a monthly basis. And when it became clear that, I mean, it was not sustainable, every month there was at least a huge percentage of money leaving the account, or they said, oh, for this particular banking package, that is what is required. I'm talking about maybe 5,000 every month that leaves. So it's COT free. You see, it's a COT free account, but that charge has to be paid every month. And then she abandons the account. Now, would that qualify as a bad credit history?
Okay. So I think I have an idea of what you're saying. So first of all, you ask if you have a credit history. If you don't have any credit history, you've never collected a loan. So we're not in America. It's in America that it's very important that you collect a credit for you to be credit worthy. In
Mm.
Nigeria, you have never
We
collected
pay cash,
a
we are cash kings and queens.
so if you've never collected, you're good. Just when you're ready to collect, you collect. It's in America that you hear, oh, you have to collect credit to show your credit worthiness. If you're not collecting
Mm.
credit, this is Nigeria. So if you've never collected, you're good to go. So now I'll talk about the other one. And I understand what you're saying. There are products, there are SME products that are tailored to in terms of retail products, deposit products, whereby we say they say no COT and a particular amount is charged. That's when your business comes into play. If you've and I know at times it looks as if banks are trying to hide those things, but really in your documents, those information are there. When you
Is
sign
there?
up those things, they are there. But because we are lazy to read those things, I know at times the RM or whoever should also explain those things to you so there are no excuses. But those information are there. So when those loan when you leave those checks, obviously it's showing the debit balance in your account. At some point, the banks will take those reports back to the credit bureau after a while. So to reflect that you're owing the bank. So it's
Really?
better, yes, better you
Even if you go to another bank and you want to secure a loan?
yes. So I've seen in situations, and I'm sure a lot of bankers they understand how you would say that you they'll come back to you and say my account is in debit of 1,000 naira. The bank told me to go and clear it so I can have access to this new loan. By the time you look at it, there are probably charges, all these little things that are not you didn't collect.
Exactly. That you think
Yes.
didn't matter.
No, it
Even
does. It
SMS
does.
charges that have amount accumulated to maybe 200,000, for example, or even 20,000,
Which SMS charge? No way.
for example.
No, no. A lot of times, usually those product issues where you have a product that. But if you've been enjoying the no COT, why you not complain when they want to charge you? You've enjoyed the no COT because yes, and I tell you, these products are very good for you. Just know what your turnover is like. So say
Okay,
you do
I think that's the
20.
key. That's the key part. That turnover
Okay,
is
you
what
do
will
20
justify
million.
that charge.
I think your network is breaking.
Okay, I said that's the key part. That
Can you hear me?
turnover is what will just. I can hear you very well. I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I said that's the key part. That turnover is what will justify the turnover size, what will justify that charge, even if it's on a
Yes, so
month by
now
month basis.
break it down. So you do a turnover of 20 million in a month. Naturally, there's nothing called COT, but it's called account maintenance charge. So your 1 naira per meal. So if you do 20, now I'm charging you, we're supposed to charge you 20,000 naira. But this tailored suited product for you, you get charged 5,000 instead of 20,000 naira. So if you've been enjoying that benefit before and you stop it, if you think you don't want it again, go back to your bank, sign a migration form, let them take you off that product. Don't leave it
Okay.
and say, okay, let them just charge. They are charging you, when it gets to that, you pay for it. you should go back and take it off that product line and say, oh, I don't want this product again. My business is not doing so well. Someone said,
That's
what are
nice.
they my account? It is not the bank. Understand that this is from CBN. A lot of times, those COT charges, those maintenance charges go to CBN. It's not only the bank. So she said I've always been curious.
So what goes to the bank?
The money we make from the loans that we want you to come and collect.
All right, thank you so much. I really, really enjoyed this conversation. Funny enough, I've always thought banking boring, but I mean, with what I've heard, I've always thought that banking jargon, banking finance was boring. But with what I could sit listening to you for 3-4 hours and I won't get tired because you are giving a very different perspective to what many of us have been used to. Maybe the bias we just had from people we knew or our parents or even older folks who have done these things before. So this is really very insightful, and let me thank you again before we finish. And so, okay, a woman applied, she wasn't granted the loan. How do we bounce back, or how does that woman bounce back after being rejected by that being rejected? What would you recommend? How do we bounce back if we fall into that situation? What happens? How do we get back on track?
You bounce back, oh.
Oh, in other words, well.
Honestly, you just bounce back. Okay, so how do you bounce back? So I'd say to bounce back, first off, there's a reason why that loan was rejected. So you need to know why that loan was rejected. She said, try again. Thank you.
Try again later.
Try again. So that's it. But to be let me answer this seriously. Generally, if you get rejected, obviously there's a reason why you've been rejected. It could be insufficient turnover, it could be insufficient collateral, it could be your credit history. So you need to go back to the books. It could be lack of sufficient documentation. Your financials does not meet your cash flow projection does not meet what you need that money for, the amount you're asking for. Because obviously there's a place of right amount also that you can ask for. So if you give a turnover of 2 million and you're coming to ask for 5 million. By the time we put in, you come with a request of 5 million. They now say, that, oh, you can't have 5 million because of everything. Okay, but don't give me 500,000. At that point, that's a red flag to the bank. It's that you don't know what you need your money for. It's that you don't know your business, you know what is the amount that is particularly fitted for that business that you want to do. It's that you don't know the amount you need for that invoice that you want us to discount. It's that you don't know the... Yes, and I totally agree when you say they should tell you what to do to be eligible the next time. So that's why I said you need to also ask feedback. Why was my ask your RM? Because now there's a process to this one. I'm sure we're reading my bio. It said or the credit analyst. So there was a point I was also doing credit analysis for SMEs, where we're the ones who are writing the credit, we're sending to the risk analyst. You need to know that this credit does not stop with an RM. There's a process. You go to the analyst that also checks this, that before you now get when it's approved. There's also another person, the documentation you bring. There are different stages. So yes, the feedback is very important. Let your RM come back to you and say, oh, you said that you have insufficient turnover, so you do better the next time. You calculate your DSR, you do better the next time. Oh, they said that my credit is bad. All you have to do is just go and clean your credit and come back. At times the process can be picked up from where it stopped. For your because that's the first stage. When you clear the credit, you bring your letter of non-indebtedness to the bank. You show that this, they allow it, and your process just starts. It continues. At times, it could be that you don't have sufficient collateral. So here you're even using a landed property, and they've got to check the title document, and it's come back to say that the property is for Professor Ajakaye and not your own.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, the bank will not give you money. So there's always or you come back, even your stock. They say we're going to use your stock, and we check your stocks, this and that. There's a lot. There's a lot. You don't need to try again. You need to know the reason, and from there you pick up what you have to do better. the structures you have to put in place. They say, oh, because your business is 1 to 3 years, it's a startup, you don't support startup, you go back. You support your business yourself through other means. And I don't think that it's fair at times when banks don't take chances to start up. I know it's not fair, but you really can't blame them. Like I said, these are depositors' money, and I don't think anybody wants to play with it. So like sharing oil, if I'm corrected.
Yes,
You
sharing
try
oils.
out, yes, you find out why it was rejected. You go back to the table, you write your books all over again, you write your vision board, you put the structure in place, what the reason why they rejected you, and you bounce back, you come back and boom, get the loan. Or you go back and even
All
check
right.
why they rejected you. I mean, what you've asked for, is that not the product loan that is suited for you? You come back again and say, okay, now I have a better understanding.
Yes,
What do you do
yes,
to get
yes.
money? Just pay my principal, my suppliers, or I've done this job with IHS, I've supplied this wire to them. I need this. Just pay them. By the time they finish doing the money, it's coming to you guys now. You remove your money and you need the rest from it. That way, you didn't have to go and you didn't have to go looking for money around town. But in those kind of businesses, you need to also understand that the rack, the criteria, the risk acceptance criteria for each bank is different. So, and for those companies, what they look at is all those blue chip companies, so that you don't go and say, oh, you promised me, they said there's invoice discounting. No, they won't just discount any invoice. So if you go and bring Mama Sikora Enterprise that you're collecting frozen food from, they will not discount it.
That's amazing. Okay,
So,
so on your personal, what would your personal recommendation be? How long? Because we have people here who have been in business 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, some about to even start. What would your recommendation be? If what's the time? To what? How much time would you recommend? Right? We run our business before we even consider or think about approaching the bank for a loan.
like I said, it depends on the bank, and it depends on the
The
product
need of
type.
the business.
And yes, it depends on. So, like I said, there was a proposition for female where the tenure of business in existence, the existence of the business was reduced to 2 years. It was reduced to 24 months. On a normal day, 36 months in the bank.
Yeah, you
But
said so.
and yes, and let's even talk about female business instead. Let's know. There are a lot of propositions supporting female business. You just need to understand it. Yeah, I think the support female businesses are getting now. I really wish it started early enough. But like I always say, anytime it happens, it happens. And this is a good
Yeah,
time
yeah.
happening for female businesses. And it's amazing. So female businesses know that there are propositions for you in each bank to support your business. So that's number one. First off, I'm putting that out there. So they reduce it to 24, but normally 36 months. The average I've seen any bank say that is your business should be there, even if they want to do an exceptional approval. Let's say your business is our group and we want to support it. 12 months. 12 months minimum. But I tell you, it depends on the bank. It depends on the
Okay.
regularity don't need. It depends on how you're able to show your picture of your business that, oh, even though it's 1 year, I'm able to do that my projection. This is where we're going to get, and we show that it's viable. And you show that it's viable before. The maximum or minimum is 36 months. Sorry, minimum.
Yeah, 6 months.
For some propositions,
Okay.
are also tailored to you 12, 24 months.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Ladies, and a few gentlemen among us, a virtual hug for our guest again. Wow, this session has really been amazing. I mean, I learned a few things today. I never knew that there was anything called, I mean, that could you I thought you had to be just get the money and go and do the business. I didn't realize that you have the non-tangible collateral or the asset funding. I mean, if this is all I picked today from this session, it's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can't thank you enough. And I'm sure I speak the mind of the women who have listened to say thank you. We really appreciate you. Does anyone have any other question before we leave? We have just about, if I'm correct, maybe about 6-7 minutes to go. Any questions? If we have no questions, we just want to be seeing our guest's fine face. So I'm seeing a lot of hugs. You see, you are loved though. In fact, I'm jealous. Sorry, the hugs are plenty.
Tafe organic, I'm hugging you back. Didio what? I'm hugging you.
The hugs are plenty. Yeah, they are very many. Okay, so let's not forget that we have something coming up on March 2nd to mark the International Women's Day. Break the market bias, 10x your income. I told someone, yes, I said 2022 is the year that money must be made.
Yes,
we
so
have
we're
breaking those barriers, honestly, because the information is there. It's just for us to put in the work. And I feel that
women should take chances. Do not be
yes, that's it. Take chances, because one of the issues that we're risk adverse.
Yes. And and I always tell people that at times it's not even financial support your business need. At times it's even the non-financial support in terms of capacity build, which is what you're doing, training, access to network opportunities.
Yes.
Men network, whether it's at the bar, women join community, put yourself somewhere. If you're selling Akara, join the community of Akara women. Understand the value chain of your business. You know, then I think this is very important. I do partnerships and ecosystem, so I'm going to put this out here. Women, you need to understand that, and this is for women. I'm sorry, I'm giving women these tips.
We know you have a gender desk at work. Don't worry, we're not offended.
Your ecosystem, your business, understand the importance of value chain. You would be amazed at how your business will grow through collaboration and plugging into other ecosystem that support your business. So it's the value chain of your business. It's an agricultural business. You're looking at your fertilizer producers, you're looking at your cropping, you're looking at your retailers. Understand that those people are first your customer, and you can support each other. You're making bread, your sugar, your flour, value chain. You keen and collaborate and support each other. So by the time you're even buying that person is also putting your bread out there. It's very important. Female businesses, you're not in competition. You should be looking at the symbiotic end of your business. No, it's not competition. There's no competition. Look at your ecosystem. Understand the importance of collaborations. I repeat, partnerships, understanding the ecosystem of your business, and collaborating together. You would see how your business will blossom. It's very important. Very important.
We learned this during the Borderless Trade Salon series last year, that we should not forget about competition. It's co-opetition, like we are together. In fact, I'm very sure that you will come again to talk to us, maybe at another time. I really, this is amazing. Thank you so much, Mojirayo Folarin-Lawal. Just by recap, I'll just go around what we talked about. We said just what our guest told us, that you must understand that you have the 5 C's for any organization, a banking organization, to take you seriously. You must have capacity, you must have character, you must have a collateral, whether tangible or non-tangible collateral, good credit history, not that you have borrowed money from this bank ABC and then you run to JWI when you have not paid that loan. And then the conditions must be met, which means your business must be at par. And then we also talked about one of the reasons why women are afraid to take loans, lack of confidence, we are risk adverse. We don't want to delve into new things, we don't want to take chances. And then this very important one, no structure, no managerial structure. I was going to say this before when you were speaking. I do know that for instance, businesses that are not limited liability companies that probably will have a board of directors as is required by law, there are some, you could also have a board of advisors or advisors where you don't have the regular director here, director there, but a few people, 3 to 4, who advise you, whom you meet regularly, like you are accountable to, right? That also, I have seen a few businesses, small businesses do that.
and I know that it works, especially for succession's sake. We should go beyond where we're just building a business for now, me, myself, and I, just to eat and be merry. You know, there has to be a legacy. Look at Chanel, look at the big names in the world that were run by women. The founders themselves may not be may no more, but we still know that those businesses are moving. Why? There was a structure in place. And I think that even their systems are even more difficult to some extent. I mean, you talked about where abroad you must have spent up to a particular amount of credit. You are encouraged to even use credits before you are deemed to be credit worthy. So if they could do that in those places, then what's our excuse really? And then have your records be registered and so on and so forth. Our guest gave quite a lot of insight. And then just in case you are rejected, if you try to take loans before and you are rejected, don't lose hope. Try again. Just try. Just as you are dialing your number and it says number is switched off, please try again later. Try again. There's no harm in trying. In fact, there's a saying in my place that you don't live life beyond trying. You just keep going. You just keep going. You just keep going. Thank you so much. I could go on and on and on and on, but we have to go. Thank you very much, Mojirayo. I'm really grateful. All right. Till next time when we come again next Sunday, by God's grace. Have a beautiful week ahead, everyone. God bless you. Good night, all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.